Hello.
Hello there.
Let's see if we can fix the camera. Get the camera down a little bit. Is that better? No. Well, you'll see my shoulder and Chris's shoulder.
I'm here.
We'll figure out a way to back it up. Maybe.
I am here.
I haven't done a broadcast with two people before, so this should be interesting. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, they can see me sort of. Give us a second.
He's setting it
I've
up.
tested this before.
Where's your mic?
The mic's right there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So you can see me.
I think I have to be like, yo, yeah. Like
My-
when I want to
my-
come in, I got to be like, yo, what's good?
My buddy Chris
Yeah.
just played 2K19 all day. We're going to talk a lot about that.
All day.
All day. Seriously, like that was a
I just
session.
kept playing. Like I grabbed some lunch real quick. Just kept going, you know. They kept checking on me, and I kept going. So it's a lot of fun. There's a lot to do, and
Yeah.
as always, when you first start, and you're trying to make that decision on your build, and you're just looking at all the options, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That took a long time.
You were picking archetypes and stuff like that?
Yeah, like I couldn't make up my mind because I'm looking at the bars that
Yeah.
are telling you, you know, what you can,
Yeah.
how high they can go, and I'm comparing the speed. I'm comparing,
Sophie's here.
you know, I'm comparing everything, the shooting and the badges, and I don't know which one is the right one, and I still don't know. But eventually I said, you know what, I gotta actually play this. I can't sit here all day.
Yeah.
So.
Since this is the first time we're doing this with two people, hopefully you guys can hear me.
Oh yeah, actually, see if they can.
Yeah, it sounds like it. People are.
That'll be
there's
RIP.
there's the Sophie emote right there.
Yeah.
You see that? Sophie is in a playing mode.
That'll be RIP if, you know, we're doing this and they don't even hear what we're saying.
Let's see if I can probably zoom this out a little bit.
Yeah. You might be able to like do that.
How do I do it with the thing?
Oh, actually, you know what? You're
I
live.
think there's a
so
setting here, huh?
I should have retweeted it since you're live.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
There's the shoe collection. We can see the shoe collection just fine.
yeah, they got the shoes. Your shoe collection looks like a my career, you know, shoe collection.
You
That's
know,
what it looks
I
like.
gotta. Oh, they can
see
hear
what
us.
they-
They can hear us.
That's good.
So tell us about the archetypes. You played some. You can totally talk about that.
The archetypes, they're a little bit different from 2K18. The variety, the ratings are different. And, you know, obviously you can't try out everything because what I got to play, your ratings can only go up to a certain amount. Like, they gave me a bunch of VC, so I could go 85.
Yeah.
But you can't go beyond that. So a lot of the special animations and moves you can't get yet.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of... But either way, it's very fun. The gameplay is very fun. You can pretty much just get tons of highlights, do whatever you want, get fancy, really break it down, and just, you know, you just want more. You just want to keep playing. That's why I kept playing, because it's just...
There is a lot to do.
And then the takeover mode, that was
fun.
I can talk about that, right?
Yeah,
Takeover.
100%.
Yeah. So the takeover mode is... That's incredible. When you
adds
get
a
that,
whole
you
new
start
dynamic.
doing leaning threes, and
Yeah.
it's fun. And I actually experimented because I figured out that if you have takeover, it lasts for a while.
Yeah.
But if you go through halftime,
Yeah.
you usually are going to lose most of it.
Yeah.
The meter's going to
Well,
go
I mean,
away.
that's kind of what would
Yeah.
happen in the real NBA too, right? Like,
Exactly.
You'd be affected.
And I had one game where I used it right at the end. Like, there was like a minute or two left.
Yeah.
Put it in the clutch to get us back in it. You know?
Yeah.
I won't say what happened in there because I don't want to... and also because I don't know if I can talk about that part of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the takeover system is very fun.
Yeah. That's cool.
Very, very fun. So,
what about generally the gameplay? Like, how are you feeling?
No, I enjoyed the gameplay. I played as a point guard today. I did various different ones. I'm gonna,
That's your
if
usual
I get to
build,
play
though.
it again. Yeah, if I get to play it again, I'm gonna go like small forward because I want to see the dunks.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't unlock the dunks. Like when I can see them in the menu, but I can't actually because I don't have the rating for it.
Yeah.
So if I make a small forward or a slasher shooting guard, then I can really have some fun with the dunks.
Yep.
And that'll be a good time. But when you get that takeover mode, and I even got an achievement too.
Yeah.
So I'm leaking achievements.
Yeah.
Like you.
Leaking achievements.
I'm leaking achievements.
Smoove is over here leaking.
I'm leaking.
Cheesing, leaking, doing
Yeah.
everything. But look, man, you know, I think we appreciated having someone come in, play the whole thing. It's long, right? Like,
it's really actually I didn't even finish it yet. Remember, I was so I didn't finish it's very long. It is.
But in a good way, like it just
it's good. It's very fun. It has a lot of moments in it. I don't think I could talk about all of them, but it has a lot of moments where it's just you just want to keep going, pretty much. So.
Yeah. I was playing in China though. I mean, people know about that.
Yeah. Playing in China, very
interesting.
Yeah. I like that. I like that storyline. I don't want to spoil it once again, but I do like everything going on there in China. I think that's a pretty cool way to start off the career.
Yeah.
And it gets you ready.
It's a long path, for sure. Thank you for hosting. It's Kyle Chabati. So I appreciate it. Sophie is here. Yep. Acting like a crazy dog, per usual. Yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. So more about gameplay with a Takeover. I mean, the thing is, the only time we've had it playable was when you were in the Influencer event in July in LA, but it was such an early build. Obviously, you know. No,
this one was a little bit different because it, like, I don't know if I don't know if career is different from the regular game, but you have to trigger the takeover. Like, it doesn't just happen. You don't just, like, when you get to the meter to a certain point, you have to press down on the right stick to actually activate.
Do you like that kind of meta game? Like, is that something that, like, appeals
to
you?
With me, what I was doing is I was trying to fill up the meter all the way. I don't know if, can it go all the way?
Yeah. It can.
Oh, okay, because I could never get it to go. Oh, because I never got it to go all the way. Because what happened was, when I would get real close, I would lose it somehow. Like, if let's say you turn it over or you do a layup. Like, one time I stole the ball. So I'm on a fast break, and I missed the layup. Look at all these people
hosting us. I appreciate all the hosts, by the way. It's super nice of you guys. I haven't got to play, but we're just talking. So.
Yeah, so, you know, you can lose it easy. Like, I was just about ready to activate it, and then I missed a layup on a break. Like, somebody, and it disappeared. The whole thing disappeared. Because I was trying to save it. I wanted to fill it up all the way.
Find out what happened.
And then see how long it lasts. And then you get strategic because, like, let's say the quarter's about to be over. You don't want to use it because you want to save it for the next quarter. But then it might something bad might happen and it disappears and you got to build it up again. So it's a fun mini game, but it's not too like it's strong, but it's not too crazy. Because I had a game, the last game that I played, I tried to go off, but I think maybe because I advanced a little bit more in the story, and it gets a little more difficult. Because when you're in China. You know, you're the top dog in China. The defense and the way that they're reacting to you, and you know, totally different from when you advance.
Well, it would have been ridiculous for you to be bad in China and then go to, you know, eventually get to the NBA, however that path works out, and be a super. Like, wouldn't make any sense, right? Like,
but in China, you're really
better be good in China.
You are having a blast, and also what's good too is
I got jumped.
Oh yeah, they took your spot. I thought you had like the legend.
I thought I did too.
You don't have that?
No, I do. That's weird. Whatever, it's fine. I'll get on another one.
So what were we even saying?
We were talking about China and
So China, I mean, you just this is what I was gonna say is that you actually get to play a lot of minutes.
Right.
So like usually when you have a prelude or a prelude, however you want to say it. You get limit, but in this one you play a lot of minutes. Like in the first game you don't because you're not starting, or at least I wasn't in the first game. But then you start to play the full, and you can get stats. You can pad your stats. You can try to get triple doubles. I didn't get any triple doubles, but I scored a lot of points. Like I was getting tired. Hey! I don't know if your record is terrible.
I never play on this game type. Can you hear me? I still haven't got this thing.
Talking. Oh my god.
But it's good. It's going to be a pretty good experience, and then, you know, obviously it's going to lead you to the park.
Ronnie.
Hey.
Hello.
Obviously it's going to lead you to the park. And you know, I made this
to the park.
I made this tweet earlier.
The park. Yes.
I made this tweet earlier, but I said
That's what's good is the park. I did get to see a little bit of...
we saved the best for last. And look, you got a little glimpse of it today. You're going to get a bigger glimpse of it tomorrow. Chris is going to join us again tomorrow. I won't actually be in the office. I am heading to the NBA 2K League Championship on Saturday, but Chris is going to get to play a lot more career. Yeah. And, you know, we're having you kind of help us with this announce because there's so much, like, you know, you talked to Jeff today and there's so much intricate.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, they have to give me, because there was so much stuff going on in that meeting and discussing. Yeah. You have to have notes because there's, like, a lot of new things. And with the park, it's impressive, and I wasn't expecting that. So when I saw the trailer that they're making, and they're not even finished,
it's almost overload.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, and I think a lot of people will be surprised by it. Yeah. I think it's interesting. The park is going to be very interesting. Yeah. We've only got like 2 weeks to go, which is good because I know we've been waiting, and everybody's like, "Where's the park information? Get it out there."
But you know, I do that every year, right?
Yeah, you do it every year.
I do it every year. I'm gonna save the best for last because I want to build up as much.
But there's a lot going on with the park,
as I can,
and it's looking very interesting. They thought about it a lot. They thought about it a lot.
Sophie, I don't know where your toy is. I don't know what you're looking at. I just mentioned the NBA 2K League Championship. It is tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Saturday. I will be playing there tomorrow. So you guys definitely want to tune in for that. See who's crowned our first NBA 2K League champion. Then I'm out in New York all week. I wonder why. Maybe I'll see you out there.
Yep. So the park is gonna be. Hey, I wish that we could talk about the park right now, and just expose everything.
Thank you, Pretty Boy Mighty, for subscribing.
Just leak the park stuff because the.
Why do you keep leaking it? Why do you want to leak everything?
Because they're waiting on that park information. Yeah, it's been too long. They need to hear something.
I know.
They need to see something.
Hey, well, look, you saw it. There's a reason we held it. There's some amazing stuff that's coming.
Yep.
It's only a matter of a few days at this point.
And there's also some other things too. I don't know if I can talk like with the Takeover because they said probably wait.
Which one?
Something about Takeover that you didn't say yet.
Yeah. There's a reason
we gotta wait for that, right?
Well, I told you that's kind of what happens when you fill the whole That's what happens. That's what they were talking about. Okay. It's cool, right? Like that makes you think.
I never got to get there. So right. It's not easy.
But that's what you think. That's kind of a decision you're gonna have to make. Like, do you use it or do you wait for that extra bonus? I'll be interested to see.
So when are you guys going to put out all of those builds? The different types that they can get and like the base rating.
You talking about archetypes?
Yeah. Are you guys going to do that soon or?
Some of it's actually already out, but we are going to do it before. We are going to do it.
Because they need to get a head start. You want to start thinking about it right now because it's like I was literally in there.
Yeah.
For maybe like
you can talk about which one you played. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, I picked. Because I wanted to be able to shoot threes, dribble good, have good speed, and there were only a few combinations that could do it. Yeah. And they were different from last year's. Right. But
I jumped for that.
When you do it, you don't know what the actual rating is. So that's another thing I told them is, you know how you're adjusting your height and your weight, How come they don't just show you the final max number that's possible when you do that? Oh, because that's what I was telling them.
We don't have that right now.
No, we don't have it. So like there's like a little bar, and everybody saw it in the trailer. Yeah. So as you go up, things are going green or red, but we don't really know how much. Okay. So like I fooled around with a few to try to figure it out, but I couldn't really see. It's just there's too many options,
Gotcha.
And
that's part of it.
But I did have VC though. They gave me as much, so I could fool around, and that's the luxury. But remember, as a regular player that's playing the game, you're not gonna have unlimited VC to do that and try and say, I wonder what the speed's gonna be on this player or what the ball handle's gonna be here. You're just looking at level 19, level 12, level. You can't actually tell. So
yeah. That's part of the reason that we have you and some of the guys we've had in to get a taste and give us some feedback before the game drops, so we can make a couple changes like that. Yeah, that one might be
And the badges, the badges, the combination of badges and like the Hall of Fame badge, they changed.
Gotcha.
So when you do certain combos from last year, you can't get the Hall of Fame for whatever it is. Like if you want Hall of Fame ankle breaker, I can say what it is. Or?
Yeah.
There's only like a few. You have to go with like a pure build from what I saw to get the Hall of Fame ankle breaker. You can't get it.
But that, I mean, some of that was the case last year, right?
Yeah, but they did have some. Like I think they had a combination where it was like shot creator, and maybe pass and whatever ball handler, and you could get it. But this one is like the only one that I saw was the pure play.
So how many archetypes did you try? I mean,
I tried like 4 or 5.
You tried 4 or 5
because I was basically like, which one's going to get me the highest 3? But I didn't want to be a pure sharp because you're going to be slow. You know, you want to do that. So I tried different combinations. Like a good one was the shot creator. The shot creator first, and then the playmaking second was actually really nice. Yeah. Because the speed.
What else is really nice?
What else? This win? Oh.
Look at the flexibility.
Like, look at these dance moves.
I mean,
I didn't get to unlock those dance moves because I didn't have. You have to be a certain level or whatever. Yeah, so I couldn't get them.
Oh, right.
Same thing with the animation.
What's the highest you got your?
I was you mean overall?
Yeah.
I was 86.
You got to 86.
Because you can get to 85, obviously, like right at the start. You can max it out, but then you have to play, level up, and then you can do that. So the highest I was at is 86. It takes a while. It does. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah. You got to an 86 today, you mean?
Today. Yeah.
No, I got you. Sorry, I meant an 18.
Well, that's no. An 18, I'm like a 90 something. Yeah, okay. But I didn't get that high. I didn't get to like 98.
Yeah.
97 like these guys. Look at these guys right here. They're almost there.
All these guys are still playing amazing.
Oh.
Can't hold her down. She's so psycho about that toy. It's unbelievable. If you guys have questions for me or Smoove, feel free to drop some bits. We'll probably see you a little bit easier. We're trying to monitor the stream and then also play and talk and whatever. But happy to answer some questions too.
If they got some questions, let's see if we can read them. Let's see what they're saying.
Smoove will get down there. Somebody has a question and I need to respond, they say, but they didn't actually ask what the question was. I love when I get that on Twitter. I get tweeted, Ronnie, I have a question. I'm like,
oh, can I tell them how much VC it takes to get to the 85?
Yeah, I guess so.
You think so?
Sure.
So to get to an 85 overall, it's going to be about 190,000 VC. Because they gave me like a bunch of VC. So that's how much it costs to go from whatever you start at to the first cap where you have to.
That's actually less than last year.
I don't remember what it was last year.
Last
but
year
it's 190,000, maybe 191,000.
Last year I think it was like 210.
Yeah, so let me see what else they're saying, because that was a good question.
Oh, so and
they're actually asking it again. So. So yeah, let me just say it again in case people missed it. So when you first start off the game in my career and you want to go to 85 overall, it's going to cost 100. $190,000 VC. And what's good about the VC this year, I don't know if we could talk about that. Remember when they were talking about the VC and all the ways?
Oh, all the ways you can earn it. Well, there's a lot more ways to earn it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot
really
of.
The story. There's
so I guess we won't really get too in detail.
I think that's going to be pretty clear after the part.
Oh man, look at this.
What is this? He's got headphones.
So that's what's good is that there's a lot of ways to earn VC. We'll talk about them later, but it's going to be basically daily. There's ways that you can get.
We wanted to figure out things to, like, a lot more ways to reward our fans early. Like, that was a big thing that we got feedback on. Like, look, with the neighborhood last year, with 18, it was a learning experience. A lot of things. Jeff even talked to you about that a little bit today, right? Like,
because the feedback, I mean, I even told him, like, a lot of people said, the neighborhood, they got to get rid of the neighborhood because you walk forever, right? And it takes you so long, and what's the point? Yeah, it was cool for a little bit, but it's. So,
we heard that. We definitely did.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and let me see what other questions they got for us. Let's check.
See if anybody's Anybody got?
They have some good questions. I don't know the answer to this one.
If there's bits or subscribers, try to get their questions because
it says. So somebody's asking, how does the takeover work for secondary playmaking centers? Which
what was the question? One more time.
How is the takeover going to work for a secondary playmaking center?
That's a good question. We should.
I don't know the answer to that.
No, you know what's funny about that? This is actually really good for us to do because you could ask these questions tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let me write that question down.
Because not only that, then you can put it in your video. Yeah. So Chris,
let me write that down right there.
Part of the reason we have Chris here is he's going to go home and make a ton of videos that will release, between now and launch. Obviously, starting with the Prelude one. Of course, the Prelude comes out a week from tomorrow. That's unbelievable. We're almost there. So,
because that's a good question. Like with the takeovers, right? Because the builds that I played were two.
I remember. I think I know the answer to this, but I don't want to answer it because
you don't want to get it wrong.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Because for me, what I noticed is that because I'm not even sure what my build.
Yeah. I mean, you were playing a point guard, so you didn't really get to answer that.
But I'm not sure what my takeover abilities are. I think it's shooting though. Because my shots were like crazy. When I was in takeover mode, my shots were dropping. I was dropping threes, leading shots.
Yeah.
So I think that for the build that I went with that I was playing through, which was like a playmaking 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
I think it was for shots, but that's an interesting question because there's lots of combinations. So I'm going to ask that tomorrow: is how does it work for the second? And how do you determine, or are they going to tell us what it boosts?
Right.
Like depending, that's a good question because we need to know before you make your build. See, when you're making your build, you have all these options, and you want to know before you do it what you're going to be able to do later.
What is this guy doing? Wow.
So that's a good question. Let me see what other questions they got. Oh, they're asking about mascots.
We'll see.
So we'll see about those mascots. And can we buy VC in the Prelude? Can you buy VC?
That's usually. Have you got to that? Yeah, you must have been able to.
Because I saw it in the menu. It said you can get VC.
Yeah.
You can definitely level up though. You can level up for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
You love every game you play. You level up. You get. I'm not gonna say that, but every game that you play, you do get VC and you can level up.
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
Welcome to my world, Chris. By the way.
Yeah, I don't want to be like leaking stuff and getting a lawsuit. Let's see what other questions they have. Is VC the same price? That's a good question.
We'll have more info on that. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close.
Let's see. Is there a rookie difficulty on my career?
We can't answer that.
Can't answer that one.
Remember,
here's a really good question.
Remember,
how big is the park?
It's big, isn't it?
Yeah, the park is big. The park is big. That's how big it is. Yeah. That's a good question. The park is big.
You guys are going to be super stoked about.
Can we see our stats when we're upgrading, or is it like the beginning of last year?
No, we learned from that.
Oh no! When you level up, it's going to show the number as you're going.
Progress was a big thing. Oh, actually, no, we could talk about that. So, I think you're going to talk about this a lot in your videos, but progress, right? Like, oh, we got beat. Progress, everything progress-wise is monitored, right? Like your progress towards minutes, your progress towards being a starter, your progress towards being an all-star.
They have goals, and it's like listed.
But it's also it's also got a bar where it tells you. You'll see a lot more of that tomorrow. So I'm gonna let the dog out real quick.
And then they're saying, is the rep system different?
I mean, it has to be different, quote unquote, but. Yeah, you could probably talk about that in your video. I want to save some of the stuff for your video too.
Okay, so we'll save that for the vid. But these are good questions though, so let's see. Can we change clothes? Oh, can I answer that one? Can we change clothes and shots right on the spot?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can. You can do it. You don't have to go anywhere to do it. You can just, wherever you are, you can change them.
Yeah.
So that's good.
You should show, you'll probably show that in one of your videos, right?
Mm-hmm. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to make sure I get that to like show it.
Oh,
because I don't think I've recorded me doing that yet. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've been in the, because since I started, I haven't been in it.
Yeah.
Since because I've been going through the, so I have to do that.
Early stuff.
Yeah, I'll definitely remember that. They're asking if the Prelude will be on computers as well on August 31st, or is it just console?
It's only console.
All right, so it's only going to be console for the Prelude. What is the best?
What are you doing?
So, what is the best archetype that I played with? I'm not really sure because I haven't made up my mind yet. I can't really decide. I basically just said, you know what? Let me just play. Because if I sit there and try to figure out which one is the best, I'm going to be sitting there for a long time. Because it's like you can't really tell. Because in this demo that I got to play, you're not going to be far enough ahead to where you're going to be really noticing each archetype because some of the abilities don't unlock yet.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I was like, I want to make the decision now, but I'm not going to be able to try that out later anyway. So I might as well just start playing it.
Well. The dog is crying again. Let's see what's wrong.
And then they're saying, when does the park trailer drop?
The moron that walked out with your toy. Come in.
Do we start off with brown shirts? I don't.
You haven't got that far.
I don't think we start off with brown shirts, do we?
So this is the crazy part. Smoove's played how many hours? 7 hours? 8 hours? I know you started over a couple times.
Yeah.
But and he hasn't even got to the place we all need to go to be able to play on the park. You haven't played on the park very much yet.
Well, who's on the park right now, right? The game's
that would be kind of hard. But
you know
what I mean, though. Like,
yeah.
You haven't even really seen that world yet, but you will tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't. That's the funniest thing is that the
world
that we
so
saw
much to do before
wasn't the full world. I didn't get to see the full world, but yet it was still a big world. So
you know, you saw one thing we could talk about. You saw our next trailer. I mean, no, so I'll talk about the specifics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The trailer was crazy.
Yeah.
We talked about that at the start. The trailer was very shocking for the for Park because I wasn't expecting that.
But my thing, and I was talking to like our team about it today. My thing is, it's almost like too much. It's like sensory overload. Like
there's so much going on, and you're not expecting.
We always do that every year, right? We pack in all this stuff, and it's hard to like. Do everything. Like it's hard to tell you the whole story.
It comes out like
right
before launch or something.
We'll see.
So we don't know the exact date of the park trailer, but they're working on it. That's for sure.
I mean, you saw it
because what I saw wasn't even the final one. They're still doing things, but just to see what they've already come up with and to see what's going to be there, I was not expecting that, and I don't think anybody was expecting it. So I think when you all get to finally see the finished trailer. All the things going on, you're going to be like,
yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Hey, Latin Cobra, who is one of my moderators, can we do a subscriber, because I promised this the other day, can we do a subscriber Pink Diamond giveaway? Pink Diamonds of their choice. Is he on there? I know he is. I saw him earlier.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to play my league today, so I don't know anything about that. Let's see what else I have.
Smoove only played.
I only played my career. I don't know
tomorrow he'll play a little bit of quick game.
Yeah. Did you add new clothes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
A lot, and actually they. I have some good news about clothes too, which will be coming eventually.
Yep.
So the clothes, if you're interested in clothes,
Sophie is literally attacking Chris right now.
That's another good question.
It's like somebody will pay attention to me.
Another question is, what is going to be in the Prelude? Is it only going to be the Prelude, or is there anything else you can do in it?
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, like
is there a demo?
Can you play quick game?
Yeah.
You know, I forget if we packaged the quick game stuff in. To be honest, as you saw today, the Prelude's going to take
the Prelude does take a while,
time, and I think it's going to keep you pretty satisfied for the week between our launch. I mean, we heard you guys like last year's Prelude experience. It was cool, but it was short, and so once you were done,
I'm seeing a lot of good questions too, but I know we can't talk about them yet. Yeah, so we'll just wait. But
there is a raffle going on, guys. By the way, you just have to use the exclamation raffle if you're a subscriber or you submit bits. You will be eligible for the raffle. So thank you guys that always subscribe. I appreciate it. So it's so nice having Chris here. It's harder to do these, dude. It's hard to do these. I don't even know how you do the videos every week because it's hard to do these broadcasts by yourself.
Yeah, you just got to be grinding.
Yeah,
got to be in grind mode.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've said it a few times since we started broadcasting. My goal is to do this 2-3 times a week. Give you subscribers a ton of value. Do some shoe giveaways. Do some card giveaways. In-game content. Maybe some copies of the game. Like, we got a lot going on. What is that guy doing? He's just throwing this here.
You got a lot of raffles going on.
Yep.
And let's see what other questions. How many games do you get to play in China?
How many did you play?
I can't remember, but it was like
it was quite a few, right?
Yeah, there was multiple games. I don't remember exactly how many, but there's a lot of games in there.
But I mean, China's only a piece, right?
Like, yeah, China's only a little bit of it, but China, there's multiple games. I don't remember
how crazy
exactly
is that? All of a sudden, you have all these people speaking Chinese.
And here's actually a good question.
Yeah.
Are they really speaking Mandarin? And are they really like
make that up?
Like, or are they just speaking gibberish? Or like, if there's people
no, we didn't make that up.
So they're actually really commentating the game.
Dude, we take this stuff like authentic. We're not gonna. Yeah, of course.
Because I was wondering, because in those games when you're in China, the announcers are
Chinese.
Yeah, the announcers are only speaking in Chinese.
Yes.
The whole game. So you're
doesn't that like blow your mind? You're like, what is happening?
That's why I was wondering, like, I mean, is it real? Is it a real?
Remember in our trailer, right? Like, you see that moment where the coach is yelling at the guy in Chinese. That's the whole experience. We want you to
see what it's like.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look, a lot of international players, like I was talking to Isaiah Austin. You remember him? Like, he's still playing Chinese. He's actually doing really well. But he's experienced that culture shock, like it's the same thing that
basketball is really big in China.
We want to reflect on our thing.
Let's see what else they got.
Thank you for the cheer. I can't read that name. Woohoo, Lif Naster is. I don't.
Let's see.
I can't. Read
so
that
everybody
name.
keeps asking, what do the immortalized legends get? From 2K.
You saw a little bit of that today. Did you catch that scene in the trailer? Did you catch it?
I think I did catch it, but you just have to wait for that one, for what they.
Hey, look! I mean, the first 200 of those, the first few hundred of those got those Nike Kyrie 99s. I think I have them back there. I'm gonna go bring them over here.
Any info on a venue, like stage? They want to know, is there a stage, is there Mountain Dew, Ruffles, etc.?
Yeah, you'll see that when we get to that reveal.
Yeah, so that's a very interesting question, and there's a lot of stuff going on, so you just got to wait for that one.
A lot of stuff going on.
But that's a very good question.
The 99s. You didn't get a pair of these.
No, I didn't.
They're reselling for like $4,000. It's crazy.
Let's see what other good questions they got going on. Let's see.
Somebody just asked about a locker code. There was a locker code for 2K19 in the My Team developer blog, so if you haven't seen that, you should definitely catch that. Dude, I can't wait for your videos, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So our plan, like people were like, "Oh, the career video trailer was only about the story." I mean, you start in story, right? Like you have to tell the story.
Yep.
And then there's all those intricate details that you're talking about that we're gonna have you help us with, right? And then there's of course
they're asking about hairstyles. I actually didn't get to see them.
Yeah, you can. You can talk. Look, there's going to be some questions that Chris hasn't seen yet because he only got to play.
Get to see them.
He only got to play through the first part of it. He's going to get to the second part tomorrow, so he'll make videos about it. You guys definitely. I know all of you guys subscribe to Chris,
so
but you need to.
The Pure Playmaker, the ratings are pretty high. Like your speed is maxed, your dribbling is maxed, and you have a lot of Hall of Fame badges. The only thing is your shooting is not that high for the Pure Playmaker.
Right.
I think you only get like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
For each of the shooting.
But
everything else is high. Like your layups are really high, and then But with the Hall of Fame badges and also the Takeover, I'm pretty sure
Pure Playmaker is like
if you make a Pure Playmaker when you're on fire, when you're on that Takeover mode, that's going to be something else.
Yeah.
Because
Pure Playmaker is like a Ben Simmons type, right?
Because a Pure Playmaker has like 7. I think it has 7 Hall of Fame badges, and it's the only one that I saw that had Ankle Breaker Hall of Fame.
Right.
All the other combinations, I didn't see a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but you only got through like a
I only looked through the point guards first. I don't know if maybe a shooting guard has a different variation of it.
It's possible.
Like maybe a shot creator or something.
Yeah, Chris is gonna get another day tomorrow at 2K to get these videos ready, to get the information out to you. You know, while we continue to work on our, obviously, the game and the core videos that are coming.
Yeah. So most of the
by the way,
did
you catch the Momentous trailer? Did anybody show you that today?
No, I didn't see that yet. But they were talking about it. Everyone was saying, "Get ready."
Everybody's lost their mind over this.
Yeah. So most of the part questions that are like real specific, you just have to wait until they actually put out the trailer because they're not gonna talk about that until then. But there's a lot of really good part questions.
It's not too far.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when you finally see the reveal.
I mean, Chris, I do this every year, right? Like we hold Park to the last because it's usually the biggest thing we got going. And like I said, 15 days. Get a taste of that Prelude. Let's get through that, and then we'll figure it out.
So let's see.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We're doing a Pink Diamond giveaway to subs. So
they keep asking if Jimmer
subscribe.
Is in China.
That's pretty funny. So I'm giving Pink Diamonds to subscribers. So thank you guys always who subscribe. I appreciate it. If you can also subscribe with a Twitch Prime subscription, and then you don't have to contribute anything. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the next trailer is, but the game is almost coming out, so...
Yeah, but you saw the next trailer.
Yeah, I saw the next trailer, but I don't know when it comes.
Tomorrow we'll probably show you the last trailer, which would be the Momentous trailer.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, it's just like that. We're down to like 3 trailers, maybe, something like that.
I don't know if I can get Posterizer that fast. Because remember, let's say you make a slasher, you have to level it up first to get it. To get Posterizer, to actually get the badge. So I don't know if I can do that in like a few hours.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying, when I was making archetypes, you can't really test out all the badges because you have to grind to even get the badge unlocked. Yeah, eventually you can have that, but to get started, you're not going to be able to have that. So I would love to test out Posterizer and Ankle Breaker, but I haven't unlocked them yet.
How's everybody doing the raffle? Pink Diamonds on the line for subscribers. I appreciate all the subs. Am I getting those sub alerts though? Have you seen any, Chris?
What?
Have you seen any sub alerts on my screen?
Sub alerts?
Yeah, like subscriber. It'll say.
Yeah, there's a lot of people subbing actually.
That's cool.
So you need to get that notification. You need to get your Twitch game.
No, it usually does.
Because you need to have something that comes up on the screen they just subbed.
No, I know it usually does.
Because it's happening like crazy.
Anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for subbing. Again, going to be doing this a lot. We're going to be doing it with a lot of guests, too. It's cool to have Chris here. We're going to have NBA players. We're going to have a lot of fun on these streams. So if you don't sub or at least follow, you definitely want to do that.
That's a good idea. So I think that's what's going to happen tomorrow is that I am going to be able to get advanced later on in the story, right? Because today I didn't get to do that. Today I just started from the beginning, to experience the prelude, and I didn't even finish.
We wanted you to see the story.
Yeah, but they are going to do that tomorrow, where I can actually test them. That'll be interesting. So
tomorrow is going to be a lot more about the intricacies of career, what happens in your career as you go down the line, how endorsements work.
Because you want to be able to test those things out. But starting from the beginning, you don't have anything on blockchain.
Yeah.
And also they're asking about, so how hard is it for shot creators to break ankles? So the only time that I broke ankles was when I was on fire in takeover mode.
Right.
Because I had well, I won't say who it was, but I had somebody leaning. But I actually missed the shot.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna still show it regardless. But I
actually, who did that happen to in the NBA this year?
Where somebody fell and they didn't score?
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
No, it was, you know who was lucky it didn't happen? It was Harden. Remember when he got Lou Will? Yeah. And Lou Will's just on the floor and Harden's just looking at him?
No, I don't think that was Lou Will. I think that was...
Was it Lou Will?
No, it wasn't Lou Will. It was somebody else. But he made that shot.
No, he made... No, I know. He made that shot. He better have made that shot. He stared at
it.
So
the only time that somebody fell down and touched the ground and like really got broke was in takeover mode. Yeah. And it was a mean step back move. But when I wasn't in takeover mode... No one ever leaned. You could get by people, but they never actually fell over. But remember, my ball handling rating was only like an 86. I think that was where it was at, 86.
You were an 86 in
ball handling. So I didn't have, and I also didn't have like the elite moves yet, and I didn't even have the badge ankle breaker.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm not really expecting to like really be snapping ankles. Yeah. But in takeover mode, I did make somebody fall. Unfortunately, I didn't score. So any pro.
Thank you, Rayshawn, for subscribing. I appreciate it. And Ultimate Crabs, that's kind of a weird name. Thank you for subscribing. We got a line waiting. So what, Chris? When you play on the neighborhood in 18, people just like swarming like crazy. It's like,
well, I've never done like a stream where I'm like, hey, I'm streaming.
Yeah.
But like just when I'm there, I have seen people, surround me.
Yeah.
But not as much as other people that are streaming, and it's like like I've seen people where it's like a mob.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Look at my little crowd.
So it's not quite like that, but yeah, definitely there's people that are there. But like, see, you got a lot of people here.
Yeah.
And I've seen other people as well.
What people don't realize is it creates a lot of icons. It creates a lot of mayhem in one place.
It definitely does. So let's see what else they're saying. Is there a draft?
You didn't get that far, did you?
I didn't get that far, actually. Let's see. Any info on celebrity scams?
Ah. Any info on celebrity scams?
There's celebrity scams. I mean,
there are celebrity scams. I wonder what they're for. That's the only thing.
Oh, so can I tell them the name of the career player?
Wasn't it announced?
Well, it was never really.
It was in the
trailer.
Yeah.
You could tell them that, or
yeah, go ahead.
So AI is the nickname of the player.
Yeah. Which is kind of awesome. I mean, this is their 20th anniversary.
And they had it because they explained. They said there's a lot of reasons why. So number one, AI could be artificial intelligence, and then number two, because Allen Iverson was what got this whole series kicked off. 2K. They started with 2K, so it's kind of like
we have to do a little shout out.
Yeah, they're honoring it to him.
I mean, you know why we do that, right, Chris? Like,
yeah, because you have to have like whenever you have any type of story, you have to have them saying somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they have to be able to address.
It's not even just a story; it's everything. Like any audio interaction.
So they need to have some type of
name. in the game commentary, right? It's everything.
But you know what I was telling them is that because you see they said AI this year.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do initials?
You want it to be Chris Smoove?
No, why don't they? No, I don't want everybody's name to be. But why don't they just do initials? Because if they
did, that's a good call.
That's what I told them today. I said, in the future, instead of
it's still a lot of things to record.
It is, but it's easier because just think about it. You just have the guy.
No, I like it.
Just say 50, every letter.
There's 52 combinations.
Exactly, and then you know what I'm saying. Like, so then, if you like, my player would be CS.
Right.
So instead of them saying AI, it would be CS.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And then every voice actor can say
I don't
every
even know
letter.
If people had you thought of that before? Because you probably thought.
I haven't thought of that before.
You thought of that because
but when they said AI, I said, that makes sense to just go initials in the future.
That's a good idea. What did they say to that?
They were like, yeah, that they like that idea too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because it makes sense. Because they were asking me, they're saying, in the past, how did you like Freak or DJ or some of these names? And not everybody likes these names.
No, I know they don't.
And so,
but it's a necessary kind of thing, But I like that. I like that call. What do you guys think about that? What does the community think about two-letter kind of nicknames?
They want to. Somebody wants to know, can you play underwater now? Finally, can you finally play underwater?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. You've been able to play underwater forever. I think there's some Yeezys back there too. Like, actually, I think I'm pointing at it right there. Nobody understood that 2K TV episode was a joke, even though, like, it was on April Fool's Day, and there was a bunch of stuff in there that was absolutely ridiculous. But
yeah, so that's what's good, is that probably in the future I could definitely see them being able to do the initials, because they like that. They like that idea. They were very happy. They were like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. We should do that in the future.
That was a good call.
Oh yeah, they're getting on you about saying there's not 52 combos.
Thank you for the 100 share
of the nicknames or the initials. There's not 50. They're getting on you for saying there's 52 combos of initials.
What? That is what it is. No, that's true.
I know, but
that's the math. 26 times 2.
Yeah. How is the defense? So the defense is it's definitely improved.
I make myself ZZ. I put people to sleep, by the way.
It's not as easy to do some of the abusive things you could do in the past. Defense it's going to be refreshing. You can steal the ball when people are trying to blow by. I love that dance move at the end, and that's glitchy. Look at that. That is glitchy. But defense is good. So they're asking a lot of really good questions, and a lot of your answers will be answered very soon.
They always ask really great questions.
Yeah. It's just that you're not ready to. You've got those embargoes.
We've got them to the place, right? Like. So now we can talk about career openly for the most part. There's a couple of things that we're still kind of saving. We also don't want to spoil the story, right? Is there more than? Am I wrong about this? A B. Oh yeah.
There's way more than. That's what they're getting.
It's 26 times 26. Okay, whatever that number is. My bad.
They're saying it's 26 squared.
Let's just say it's been a really long.
Yeah. It has. It's been a crazy day.
It's been a long.
It's been a crazy day.
It's been a long month and a half. All these trailers, it's not like we just make them in a lab and they come from nothing and then there's something. Like, it's a lot of work. And, our dev team, you see them, dude. Like, this time of year, they're so excited to get this product out, but they're also, like,
so
tired because they've been working
how
so
effective
hard.
Are the screens? So in my career, the screens were, pretty good, but it wasn't as crazy as 18, like where you could really get stuck on screens and get knocked completely out of the direction. I didn't really see that happening when I was playing, but there were some pretty good screens getting set. And so I'll definitely, because some of these questions too, obviously, I mean, people are tuning in now, but some of the questions are like duplicate questions, like can you change your clothes in the park?
Yeah, you're going to cover
So I'm going to have a video on that too. So, because some of these things we did discuss a little earlier. But these are really good questions. I'm loving the questions that we're seeing.
I like the names. We're going to get you more on my stream a little bit.
So the names, that's the thing is, obviously everyone wants the announcers to say your names. But for like story related, it's impossible to say everybody's name.
It's too much audio.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's good combinations of names when you're picking. Maybe not your last name. If you have a very unique last name, it's probably not going to be said, but your first name most likely. But the initials are just an easy way in the story, or just for anybody that's talking, to talk about you.
It's not 52 combos. Just
it's not. It's definitely not.
Oh, man, I am exhausted. It's been a fun ride. 19 is definitely special.
Yeah.
But this one, like, you'll see some of the other effort. Like, people are asking about the scan images. That has been just so much work. It's been great, but it's been so much work. Hello, Sophie. Look, say hi. No, not that way, you silly dog. Everybody used the Sophie email.
Yeah, they really want to know about Pro-Am too. I didn't see any. I didn't get to.
Yeah, you haven't got there.
I only did my career.
Oh, you're gonna get there.
Yeah. So, just ask.
I actually. Oh, actually, can I? Can I debut some Pro-Am news?
Go ahead. Let it fly. Why
Why
not let it
fly?
Let that news fly. They want to hear this news.
On the NBA 2K League broadcast, I'm going to be on there between Game 1 and Game 2 with some crazy exclusive news about Pro-Am. So you like on Saturday.
Oh, okay, so the final for the 2K League, the first ever,
is
going to be this Saturday, right?
It's Saturday. I forget.
You know what time?
I think it's.
And who are the teams? It's the Knicks
and the Heat.
The Knicks and the Heat. Woo!
I know,
that's a rivalry right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, so that's going to be a good game. So you need to know the time, though. You got to be able to plug
It's a best of 3, and
it's a best of 3. Okay.
Best of 3 between Game 1 and Game 2. I'll be on the broadcast. And I'm gonna.
And there's going to be news. So it's now we got some news because they've been asking like, what's the next set of news?
Yeah.
So Pro-Am news is coming soon. It's coming this Saturday.
Yep.
This upcoming Saturday.
Yep, that's the next. Actually, I guess that is the next news. We don't have anything
2 days,
tomorrow.
Right? That's what is today? Thursdays? Yeah, that's 2 days.
Yeah, we don't have anything tomorrow.
Some Pro-Am news.
We don't have anything tomorrow, but we have
in-game VC bonuses for my career.
In-game VC bonuses.
Yes, and I'm going to talk about those in my video.
Yep.
There's
they do exist.
The VC. This is what I really liked about what I saw is that there's a lot of ways to get VC now.
Yeah,
they really like added a lot of ways, and it's going to be pretty nice.
Look, the whole point.
I'll be talking
let
about
me
that
comment
for sure.
on that because the whole point is we want people to play and engage the game. It's this VC thing is about separating like people that are grinding versus people that are not, and that's what the objective was. Last year we got away from it a little bit, admittedly, especially early. Then we fixed it. So there's a lot to do, and we want to engage you for playing the game. So you guys will see a lot of that. To Chris's point.
Are layups better? Do you miss wide open layups? I didn't miss wide open layups. You can still miss layups if they're contested, but I felt like the layups were better. And they're asking about Park After Dark.
Park After Dark. Actually, you don't even know about that. That was
yeah, well, we did see a little. I mean, we saw some interesting things. So it's coming soon, but that's a good question too. Let's see.
What are those?
What are they?
I just can't. I can't.
Do you see? They're asking good questions, and my video is gonna have that answer about some of these things. So we'll wait.
No, my phone died.
Smoove.
Sweet.
Let's see.
Hello, Sophie. Oh.
Momentum dribble.
What do I look like a seat? God, this dog. I don't know if you guys, anybody has a dog. This one happens to be crazy. Come here.
Yeah, momentum dribble.
Come here.
I think
so
I think a momentum dribble is like when you're just bringing the ball up the court and you kind of like dribble like that. I think that might be what that is. So I'm pretty sure momentum dribbles are still there. If that's what it is, when you're walking up the court and you just kind of do like a little, you know, you kind of have fun with the ball as you're going up the court. Long passing animation.
I really gotta get this like notification system fixed. I can't even read who just cheered. Is that like me, Nikki?
Yeah, you need to step up your Twitch game because you have to have all that stuff going on. Yes, you can see all of the potential badges when you're in the creative player screen. They list them. And that's one thing that's good about my career this year is there's so many ways that they tell you how to get things and how things work. It's way more detailed. So that's what's nice. When you're picking your player, you press, I think it's square, and it shows you the Hall of Fame badges, the exact name and everything. You can scroll down, it shows the gold, silver, bronze. Gotta wait for that.
Where is this to?
Can you shoot around in the Prelude? Can you?
I don't know.
Because I was just playing.
Do it.
I was just playing the story. I didn't go into like shoot around, so I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I don't know about the Prelude. Obviously, you can later. See, what's funny is I don't play it as the Prelude. You know.
Yeah, you're playing the
whole thing, and I'm like, so I don't know where the Prelude begins and where the Prelude ends.
So bump steals,
all I know is it's the Prelude.
The bump steals weren't like they were. They're not as crazy. You don't really steal the ball as much from bump steals because 2K18, you basically that was like the only way you could steal it. But now you just reach in and there's a lot more The gameplay for stealing is a lot better. So you're going to want to have a high stealing rating for sure, because you can really, if you see somebody over dribbling, you're going to be able to knock it loose. So they're asking about speed boosting. I don't know if there's speed boosting. I didn't really get to...
Oh, you said earlier, I mean, I know this is the same subject, but there's... What were your thoughts on blow-bys?
Yeah, the blow-bys are not like they were before. You can defend them. They're defendable. It can still happen. Like, I talked about that when I played the demo in LA. And, like, LeBron, for instance, he can pretty much do it. Because when you have a little Kevin Durant guarding you...
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be able to blow by him.
That's
but Draymond Green was able to, you know, have resistance, prevent him from doing that, push him in different directions. But if he's got a mismatch, the guy's really strong. And that's why when you're building your player, you know, strength is important. Your strength rating, you know, as you adjust things up and down, wingspan, weight, you know, your strength, it might go up or down. And you're going to need that with, you know, other ratings in order to do the blow-by. But it's not, the blow-by is not going to be as devastating. It's not going to be as dangerous as it was before. And that's one of the things that when I first started playing with the point guard, I would just try to do a blow-by. And it just doesn't work the same way. You can't just do it at will. And that was even when you're playing in China. Like, you got to actually, like, you're really good when you're playing in China, but you have to actually do some moves. You can't just, like, blow by them and then score. You've got to dribble, you know, use your animations, get by them. It's not that difficult to get by them. The China gameplay feels really good. You definitely feel like a star, like you're a lot better than the players there. But there's some interesting challenges as well, so it's pretty good. Getting badges like 2K17. Getting badges is like 18, where it has like the progress. It has like the progress menu, and it tells you like how much XP in that category you need in order to get the next version of it. Is height more accurate on the screen? Height.
Oh, like versus a different player? Is that what they mean?
Yeah. Or maybe they mean in like a cutscene too. Because I remember in cutscenes like guys.
Yes.
So I don't know about.
Yeah. Did you see that today?
Because the players that were in the cutscenes with me, they weren't. I don't think they were.
The funny thing about the cutscenes last year was, so like you would see it. You saw it early because you'd see me and Rachel, and everybody knows how tall we are. Yeah. Right. So it's like, and I think like in one of the cutscenes I was shorter than her or something. Yeah.
No, like I remember the one that everybody saw was Isaiah Thomas was the same height as LeBron when we were on the Cavs. Yeah. But in the cutscenes that I've seen, I don't know if there were anybody that were like. I don't think there were centers in the cutscenes that I saw.
I got you.
So I don't know if.
Yeah, you haven't got far enough to see that. I mean, you'll probably notice it more once you get to the NBA.
Yeah, can you still level up the badges in the park?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you can level up badges everywhere.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. They're saying, is Kevin Durant still 6'9"? In the game, is he still listed at 6'9"?
Do you know he's officially 6'9"?
He ain't 6'9".
No, I don't know. I'm just saying he's officially 6'9".
But he ain't 6'9". So they got to go off of what the NBA says, right? If the NBA's got him listed at 6'9", they can't say
he's got to be 6'9".
You know, whatever he is, he's got to be 6'9".
You know what's so funny to me about that, by the way, Chris, is like so many people who are short add inches, and these NBA players
are like making themselves shorter. Like he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want people to say he's a demigod. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because 2K, the
Isn't demigod, a good thing?
The demigod is so deadly, right? It's so devastating that he doesn't want to be known as a demigod. He knows. He knows about those days of the demigods, the 7 foot.
There's very few NBA players that play our game more than Kevin Durant. So
yeah. And the attributes, numbers. We already talked about that, but we're getting a lot of questions about that one. It is the bar.
Sorry, what?
They're saying, like, when you create your player, does it show the actual rating numbers, like the max that you can get, or does it show...
Like from the beginning?
Yeah, like, let's say you're going to make your player, you're deciding on what build. Yeah. It doesn't say the attribute final number. It just says, like, the level. Like, level, like your ball handle can go to level 20 if you're this build in it, but it doesn't say the number.
Yeah.
Because that's what, and that's what I was telling them, is that everybody, when they're making their builds, they need to see the final numbers, because that's why you're making it, because you want to know the potential.
So when you were doing that, you couldn't.
You can't see it.
Okay.
So that's what I told them, because I was explaining to them.
That's something that we should be able to.
I'm explaining to them that when you're on that screen, and that's what makes it so difficult to pick your build.
Yeah.
You have an idea of what style that you're trying to play.
Yeah.
And you know what ratings you're shooting for.
Yeah,
so you're looking for the combination that gives you the closest amount to the ratings. But if you can't even tell what the final numbers are, and it's important because when you start adjusting your height and your weight and your wingspan, the numbers are going, like, you see the graph where the numbers are going up and down, or green and red, but it's not saying what the final number is going to be. So it would be nice to see the final, because then you can really get custom in there.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So that's what we got to get.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So right now it has like levels. It says level, you know, like how it is in 18. Level 20, you can get to level 15 in this and level that. So I don't know what the breakdowns are.
Playing with a 99.
I know. Do shot creating, have a dribble. So the shot creators are definitely, they've been changed, because there are combinations that I made where I put the shot creator first. And it was very interesting because the 3-ball was looking nice. The mid range was like almost maxed out. Ball handle was pretty good. Speed was still pretty good. So they definitely switched the archetypes up where you can do different combinations and in different orders, and pretty interesting results. The only thing is the Hall of Fame badges are different, and sometimes you won't even get them. So you might like the ratings more, but you don't have the Hall of Fame badge that you want. So it's really a tough decision when you're going to build to decide what you're going to go with.
Yeah.
Because most people are going to say, you know what, I'm looking for this Hall of Fame. Maybe I want Hall of Fame limitless range.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out how do you get that, but then get the ratings you want.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't get Hall of Fame limitless range. Maybe you can only get gold, but you can get the ratings you want.
Yeah,
exactly. The way that they.
Well, I mean.
So
to
the
not
archetype
have
system is a lot.
demigods, we have to.
That's why they have, but the options are better, and they're different.
Yeah.
Because 18, the combination that you would make in 18, you might not make in 19. You might switch it around a little bit, or you might even reverse them because it's a little different. Yeah. How do you like the shot meter? The shot meter was good, and I got a lot of greens.
Did you ever turn it off?
No, I didn't turn it off. I leave it there. Like when
I mean,
shoot,
some people, you have the option to do that this year.
Yeah, you do have the option. But for me, I just shoot my shot and I look at the release, the animation, and then after I shoot my shot, I look at the meter to see how good I did.
What the?
She just jumped. Like, was that on the screen? Like she just, she's
what
got
the
hops.
hell?
Like that was crazy. She jumped from back there and landed over here.
Gymnast, dude.
So it's definitely. Let's see, what was that? Let's see. Co-owner. Yeah, shot creators have a 3-ball. It depends on which one you go with.
Yeah.
And you don't even need to go with 3. Like, it depends on how you structure it. But yeah, shot creators have 3-balls. Because I had, like, last year, one of the builds I tried for a point guard, I went shot creator first, and then I went playmaker second. And I would never do that in 2K18. But this year, the ratings are a little bit different, where it actually makes sense to do that. Like you have because I would go back and forth. I'd say, okay, what if I go shot creator 3-pointer?
Yeah.
If I do that, the speed's not good enough. But if I go shot creator playmaker, now the speed is good, but the 3 is still good. It's not as good as the 3-pointer, but it's still, higher than, because the build that I had last year was playmaker 3-point shooter. But this year you can get the same. Well, not the same, but you can get 1 point lower on the 3-pointer by going shot creator playmaker instead of going playmaker 3-pointer. So the mixtures are different, and it's like that for every position.
Right.
So that's why I spent so much time on that screen, because I'm trying to figure out, and with the combination of the badges, I'm trying to figure out which one is mine or which one I want to go with. Are players faster, or is everyone like 74 speed? The speed was, in the games I played in my career, the speed was pretty good. I mean, my player, he had like an 80, I would say like a high 80, maybe 88 speed, and he was faster than everybody else.
He was faster.
Yeah, he was fast. The only thing is, my build didn't have dunks, but I did dunk. I can dunk. I just don't have fancy high flying dunks.
Right.
But I did have dunks. But he was beating. I had a lot of points in transition.
You were.
I had a lot of points.
You were a pure playmaker, right?
I was a playmaker. I had two of them. I had a shot creating playmaker and I had a playmaker 3-pointer.
You're not gonna have.
Those were my two favorites.
You're not gonna have all the dunks.
But I tried other combinations too because I didn't want to. I want to basically have my player with a speed rating that's either 90 or higher or near 90. I want to have a 3-pointer that can get into the 80s. I don't want to have like a 75 3.
Yeah.
So that's why I excluded a lot of the builds because it looked like your 3's not going to be high enough. I don't know if ranking up badges is the exact amounts as last year, but it's basically you can track your progress. I'm not sure what... I didn't see any difficulties in my career. I didn't get to pick them, so I'm pretty sure that it was just on pro or whatever the default is. Is the default pro? Default difficulty? My career?
Well, they told you, remember?
They did? They told me what the...
Yeah.
Oh, because I don't remember what the
difficulty was. We can talk about that after broadcast.
Yeah. Multiple builds. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to experiment with the builds because there's a lot of combinations. The defense was pretty good. Oh, and speaking of defense, there's actually a reason to pick a defensive build now because they toned it up. Like when you pick a defense as one of your archetypes, it doesn't like completely ruin the offense.
Right.
So it's actually pretty nice.
That was important for us.
Yeah, because last year there was no reason to put a defense. Like in the 2K League, did anybody have a defense build?
There were very few. Very few.
It's rare, right?
Dude, I played, what was my build? I had a... Yeah, it was rare. And I think that's a big part of it, right?
Exactly. Like, so now you can go Defender as one of them. Yeah. I probably wouldn't go Defender first on the build. Like, I wouldn't make that my primary, but I would slap it on the second one, and it doesn't ruin the first one too much. Like, if you pick the right combination for your position, you're going to get interesting results. Like, you can be like a slasher and a defender and have nice dunking, nice layups, good speed still. Like, it doesn't ruin the speed. Because I remember... If you didn't go defender last year, it was like your speed got messed up.
Yeah.
But now, depending on how you do it, how you structure it, you can still have good speed and have, good other ratings too. Can you make multiple builds in the Prelude? That's a good question.
Because multiple builds at the Prelude? I don't think so.
Because the Prelude is like a one-shot thing, right? It's like the demo.
Usually, I'm pretty sure it's
like when you get the game.
Yeah, then you can do.
Yeah, when you get the actual game, you can make as many as you want. And then, that's another thing. It is confirmed. You can skip cutscenes.
Yep.
You basically, if you press a button like X, you have to hold it though.
Yeah.
And then it'll skip it.
Yeah, we want to make sure people.
Yeah, and also when you. Because the build that I played was probably it wasn't necessarily like the demo, but it was more like the game with the demo portion in it.
Yeah.
But like when you go to start new, it asks you, do you want to skip the Prelude?
Yeah.
So, like you were saying, you can do that. Yeah. So when you make a second player, you don't have to do the whole thing.
Well,
you can just skip it.
Here's the thing: like people, we want people to see the story. We spent a lot of effort and time and thought on it, and it's really a thoughtful story this year. But of course, once you've seen it once, why would you want to see it again? It wasn't something that we could fix in a patch, so unfortunately it just kind of plagued us this past year, but not a problem this year. We heard you guys loud and clear. You won't have that issue
another
again.
Really good question, is it Road to 9 or Rep System? Which is very, very good. Good question.
Yeah.
So you just got to wait. We can't tell you yet, but they keep asking that one. Can you make a better... Yeah, they're talking about... They're also asking about, like, clipping the ball going through players. I didn't really notice it when I was playing It wasn't as bad. Like, if you look at the gameplay that I had from the event that I went to when we got scanned and everything...
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone talked about that. The ball doesn't go through. It's not as bad.
It's one of those challenges, Chris. Honestly, like, I mean, obviously in real life you don't.
I mean, it's not going to be perfect. But there were highlights where, let's say, Lonzo does a fancy pass,
way too often,
and it didn't go through anybody's body. It was a clean pass. It looked nice.
Part of the reason that clipping exists is because if you didn't have any clipping, literally you would lose the ball every single time in a video game, right? Like, think about the things that happen on a dribble routine. you're like, look, these guys are swiping at him. He loses the ball there. So. That's a challenge, but look, we've eliminated a lot of it. You know, it's not perfect, but
yeah, the haircuts, I didn't get to see haircuts when I was playing, and you'll see when I make my videos, you'll be able to see why I didn't get to see haircuts.
Yeah,
so it's not a bad reason why I didn't get to see haircuts, but you'll see. So I didn't get to see them for this one.
Yep, Chris.
Can you make multiple players?
Chris no longer gets haircuts.
Oh, that's a good question. I need to ask that. Can you make multiple players and have the same rep? Because that's how it used to be in 17.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write that question down. That's a good question. Multiple players, same rep.
So if you leave Chris alone,
just overall, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
What's the thing?
Just overall carry over. Because each player is a different
player.
Each player is a different player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So each player is a different player.
Think if we allowed that. And
You had a point guard. Let's say you have an overall, like your first player is like 90. If you make a new player, the new player is going to start over. He's not going to be a 90. Do you have to make more? Let's see, more VC playing my career. Yeah, you definitely make more VC. There's a lot of there's goals that you get in every game.
Oh, Sophie.
And the goals, they give you a lot of nice VC. There's a lot of ways to make VC. A lot. And I'm actually going to talk about it because I have a lot of information on that. So that's one of the positives is there's a lot of ways that you can make VC.
All day long. So if you just bash your teeth against my thumb.
Of course, you can't carry over the VC from 2K18. You can't do that. That would be some cheese.
That would be some cheese.
That would be some cheese. I mean, I wouldn't mind that cheese. Like, I would like that in my team. Wouldn't you love to do that? Like, take your pink diamonds and bring them over. Although there's a very interesting
12
my team thing.
Oh yeah, you saw that, huh?
So I didn't get to talk my team yet, but there was some interesting stuff going on there.
You caught that, did you? I didn't know. Because I'll tell you what, when I watched it the first time, I was like, I didn't see it. I mean, I knew it was there, and I was like,
yeah, there's a lot. That's another thing too. Is when that trailer comes out, you'll wanna
watch it a few times.
Like you wanna watch it the first time through, but then you're gonna wanna pay attention because there's a lot of hidden stuff. Yeah, and they're doing that on purpose.
How many times did you see it, by the way?
We saw it about 4 times, and the first time I didn't see. They were like, "Oh, you didn't see that."
90% of the things.
Yeah, they're like, "You didn't see that."
There's a lot going on, and I don't know if it's a good thing. So me and Chris were talking about this at dinner. I don't know if it's a good thing or like too much. You know, like. What do you guys think? You guys want to earn more than 20?
This is a good question right here.
Yeah.
Can we earn more than 25 VC per trivia question?
Very good question. Very good question. But I was just saying, like, would you guys rather have a trailer where it's like a couple of the things extended, or would you rather have a trailer where it's everything? Everything shown, because everything shown is a lot.
Dribble posture.
What's the chat saying?
Oh no, because when I was looking in the animations,
I
don't remember if I was looking at dribble postures. But there's a lot of animations in this game, and there's new animations that weren't there before.
Yeah,
like I don't think I could talk about them though, right?
By the way,
what's their gameplay related though?
Did you see again? My little concern about talking about this trailer is that...
Yeah. Well, no, that wasn't from the trailer. That's from my career.
I was just talking about... Did you see the dance in the trailer?
Oh, there was all...
There's one special dance, so I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah. Everything... Let's see, what else is there?
Oh, come on!
Overalls... Start over, but
by the way, you're gonna have to talk about the experience of going back to 18 when you play after you play 19. It's so hard gameplay wise to.
Well, why go back? We only got 2 weeks.
Oh, that's true.
Right? Why go back? Like you're back on it right now, so you got to talk about that because you went back. So how does it feel to go back?
No, it's rough. It's not an easy thing to do.
That's a really good question. I need to ask that. Do you have to buy your clothes again if you have multiple players, or if you buy it one time, do you keep it?
Last year,
I think you had to buy them every time.
You had to buy them separately.
That's a really good question. Let me save that one.
Yeah.
And also, the same thing could be said for animations. You have to buy animations twice.
The cool thing about doing this broadcast is that we're trying to answer as much as we can. We haven't revealed everything, so it limits us a little bit. But Chris is also able to take about a lot of questions to the dev team tomorrow when I'm not in the office. There won't be anybody.
Do you have to buy clothes twice and animations twice? Very good question. I'm gonna ask for that tomorrow because I didn't try that. Will you be able to? Yeah,
there's so much to do, right? Like, how are you gonna try everything?
Yeah, there is a VC multiplier for difficulty, which is good. So that's there. Because they took that out. 2K18 didn't have it.
The VC multiplier.
Like if you're playing on higher difficulty,
they
used to like multiply, but it's back.
About difficulties. It is.
It's back. They did say that that's back.
It was supposed to be a 3. What was this game now? Chris, you still getting good questions, or you?
Really good questions. I'm reading them.
I know you got to get back and start making some videos. Yeah,
I definitely do. Really good questions.
Maybe I'll get one more game in, and then we'll wrap it. If you guys haven't already, has Latin would you just do me a favor and see if you can see Latin Cobra's chat and see if we've done the pink diamond. He's one of my moderators.
Okay, so what am I looking for?
He'll write in the chat and he'll say
who won the.
Yeah, well, or if we've drawn yet. So if it's not too late, if you haven't hit. Oh, he already did it. Never mind.
Okay, so he already finished it.
Yeah, I mean, I think yes means he already finished it. Pays to be a mod, you can spam the chat. Going to open core and see. Oh, maybe I shouldn't walk into this pool.
Can we get... So what about badges? Can we talk about all the badges, or like that? Because this is what the question.
Did you see any new badges?
Did I see any new badges?
Did you get that?
I don't think I paid attention.
Yeah, to know if you can look at that tomorrow.
Because one of the questions was, can you get any badge bronze?
Can you get any badge bronze? Like meaning?
Like can any player be able to get any badge possible, or is it locked in?
I think it's still locked in by.
It's still by the archetype, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we've
because when I looked, that's what I noticed. Like
I think we've opened it up a little bit, but not all the way.
I think it's a little bit more.
Like
there's more options, but I think it is like that where you can't just get.
You're gonna get like rim protector as a pure sharp point guard. No. Like that doesn't make any sense.
So we answered that one. That's a good one. And bump stealing. That's another question that's up there.
Yeah, so, how'd you feel about that gameplay last?
I mean, and like there's gameplay on my channel that just came out recently. Some good, good quality gameplay. Bump stealing, it's not the 2K18 where it's like you're just constantly just turning it over like that.
Yeah.
Because now, like in 2K18, that was how you stole the ball. It was like a bump steal. Because you couldn't really steal it on the ball.
Yeah.
But this year, it's more, you can reach when they're dribbling too much, and you can knock it loose. So it's not like that. It's not the same. It's not like a bump steal fest going on. Yeah, the attribute numbers, I definitely talked with them about. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, because when you're making your build, everybody is doing it based on the final ratings when you're fully leveled up, your full potential, and everybody wants to be able to see that instead of just like levels. So we definitely talked to them about that. Can you customize your player better? I didn't get to see the customization because you'll see in my video why not. So I don't know about that. The layup meter, I honestly don't even pay attention to it. I just do a layup and then...
I feel the same way.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's there, but I don't, like, time it based on it. Like, I just do layups the way that I always do them.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same way. And again, all of that's toggleable, meaning like you can turn it off.
Yeah, you can turn it off, but I just leave my meters there. I like to see it after.
It's extra info.
Yeah, you just want to get a little notification to let you know, how far off were you.
A little late, but I don't really use it.
Because sometimes you're off your game on your timing. Yeah. And you want to know.
And you're also consistently that way, so then you're like, okay,
you want to know, like, am I really too early or too? But you don't want to be, because I noticed that some people when they shoot, it's like they're shooting and looking at the meter to release. Yeah. That's not how I shoot. I just shoot.
It's supposed to be more of an after guide to see.
Yeah, but some people use it to shoot.
I agree.
And that's not how I use it. The VC that you earn per game is dependent on like your salary and other factors, so it's not a set in stone thing, I don't think.
Sophie. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. We've consistently been right around 5,000 viewers. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we got some really good questions.
Really great questions from the crowd today. Some great subscriptions.
So definitely spread that word around on all these answers, and I'll have some videos soon too. So I'll be able to answer some things in more detail and even show some things to you. So that'll be good.
Yeah. The big purpose of Smoove being here was to talk through his experience, both on gameplay and career stuff. And he'll have,
and Park, like I said,
with a lot of footage.
He's not ready to talk about all the Park details yet, but I did get to see what it was looking like and how it's coming out, and I think people are going to be very interested in it. It's a lot going on, and it's not really expected because I'm looking at everything that people have been saying in this chat, and no one is saying anything
remotely close.
That is like what I saw.
That's what
because they don't know. They don't know. But I think they're gonna like it though.
That's what I said about the neighborhood last year. Like how can you want something that you couldn't even imagine, right? Like, and this is kind of the same thing. This next evolution,
Yeah, and that's another good question they're asking about. What archetypes get tier 3 dribbling? So I'm not sure because I couldn't even, like, my dribble maxed out today at like 86.
Yeah, you were.
So I didn't even get the top moves yet. So I don't know what.
We're gonna jump Chris ahead a little bit to.
So tomorrow hopefully I can see more of that stuff and try out like slashers, try out some of the badges, posterizer, see how it works. We'll do that. But one thing that I did notice though is that limitless range. I don't even have that badge, and I was working on it. Yeah. But even without the badge, well, I guess it was because of the China games. Yeah. But I was making limitless range because at the end of the game, you know how they break it down, how your progress, and like every game, it's like deep threes, limitless range, 3x, whatever. Yeah. So it's leveling up, and I'm in China. Yeah. So I think if you're a shooter, you want to be just letting it fly in China because China is easy. So have fun in China and start getting your stats up there.
I see Latin Cobra's asking me how many pink diamonds we're giving away. We're giving away 5 to subscribers only tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in, and those of you who followed and subscribed. You should definitely be following. Again, I'm going to be doing this a lot, and with special guests like Chris. Chris, I appreciate you coming on, man. Yeah. Much appreciated.
So there's only one more question. They're talking about triple threat styles. Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Sure.
Like gameplay?
Yeah.
So I noticed that, triple threat styles is basically like how you look when you're doing your triple threat. It's like a new animation that you can buy. So there's ways that you can be either lower with your player or higher. And they also had a triple threat. It looked like a size up.
Yeah. Yep.
So you can do a size up from a triple threat, and there's various animations, and it looks crazy.
I think Zach tweeted about that.
Yeah, so the triple threat moves and triple threat, size ups, and also the styles The style is basically just how you look when you're doing them.
Yeah.
So it's, you know,
how
your jabs are going to look.
That was a major part of our animation.
There are new animations like that. There's new crossovers, new combinations of crossovers.
We wanted to do a lot more
out
of post and triple threat.
And that's the problem is today, when I was playing with the point guard, I'm basically in the menu looking at all the animations. I spent a lot of time like debating what animations I want to try out because there's so many and there's lots of new ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the triple threat styles are nice. The triple threat size up. Yeah. I don't even know how to do that yet.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the control is.
So
did they say what practice. It was? Did Mike Wang say?
Yeah, I think Zach, I remember Zach talking about it at length.
Because the animations look crazy. I want to be able to pull those off, but I don't even know how you do it.
Yeah.
Because I equipped one.
Well, you're gonna get some time tomorrow with Mike and the guys to talk about that kind of stuff. So, what else is over there?
And they keep saying the animation glitch. Did they fix the animation glitch?
That reference could mean so many things. It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out what that means. Does that mean like when you have an animation equipped and then like it goes away or something like that?
We just announced the 5 winners for the Pink Diamonds. Latin Cobra just dropped them, so your whispers, keep them open. We'll have some for you.
This is a good question too. I think I might be able to. I don't know if I can do that in my video, but they're saying like they want to see what the rewards are for the park.
What the rewards are for the park? Wasn't it done?
I think when you're leveling, right? Is that what you're talking about?
But
are we allowed? Am I allowed to show that? Like when you're leveling?
On your video?
Yeah.
I think probably a later one after we reveal the park.
Because I did record that. I recorded it, but I'll wait until I can.
I think you'll be able to do that as soon as we reveal the park. We'll obviously discuss it tomorrow, but.
Okay, they said the animation glitch is when you give your centers pro dribbles, or a sharp can get contact dunks.
Got you.
So can you do that? I don't think you can.
Well, we didn't play a center, or you didn't play a center.
But like when I'm in the menu with the animations, if you don't have the rating, you can't even see what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So I don't know if the glitch is still because. So for instance, right? Like I went into the layup department or layup animations. If my layup is not, or dunk, let's say, you know, a Michael Jordan dunk is like a 75 rating. I think one of his dunks was 75. I didn't have a 75 dunk rating, so I can't even see what the animation looks like. I can't click on it.
She failed. She totally ate it.
So I don't know if you can, I don't know if it's there or not. They're saying leak it, Smoove. Leak all that information. I wish I could leak it. I wish I could leak all of this news, especially the park news. Yeah. I'm pretty excited because, you know, the park, I wasn't expecting the things that I saw in the park. And I haven't seen anybody talk about things or even speculate that that's what will be happening.
Like I said, how do you imagine something that you have no idea about,
park,
right?
You know, they're saving the park,
nobody
but
guessed
it's going to be worth the wait.
Nobody's going to guess what we're doing this year.
Let's see.
What other things are there?
So I'll ask the devs tomorrow about the animation glitch, about like a sharp getting contact dunks.
Yeah.
I'll ask them. And I don't know how they do it though.
How many questions do you have?
I have a million questions. I've got a bunch of questions.
Is there enough time for all these questions?
Yeah, because I'm going to go over them quick.
No, you're going for a whole full day.
Because I asked them a bunch of questions today.
Well, you're going to sit with the game. You didn't sit with the gameplay guys today, right?
No, I didn't see Mike or Scott OG.
Yeah, you will tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've got an early afternoon schedule for that.
So but
good. I mean, we want you to get through the rest of the early part of career and then jump you ahead and
jump me ahead. I definitely want to jump ahead because I want to be able to really.
Well, I want you to see how you really progress both on and off the court. It's a big part of it.
We need to see how that works.
Yep. And that's the story. That's actually why I brought you out to begin with. More than anything was help us tell that story. Because here's the thing, like with career, there's so many intricacies. And how do you put them in a trailer? You know, like a story is easy to tell. The details of how you earn
the park
stuff
just looks fun. That's how I see it.
But the park's an easy trailer too. Not easy, but it's a story that can be told. How do you tell the story about how things benefit you in a career without voiceover and like words, and so that's why you were brought in to help me do that. Because there's you heard from Jeff like how much stuff is there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. My career has a lot going on. Park looks fun. Park just
yeah.
That was a shocker.
That is a shocker. So the Park trailer is very close. We have 15 days, 8 days to the Prelude. The next bit of news is going to be Saturday on the broadcast. Did we say Sunday earlier?
No, you said Saturday.
I said Saturday.
Because that's when you're talking.
Yeah, the 2K League finals are Saturday, and I will have some exclusive Pro-Am news that's really big. I think you guys are going to be super stoked.
Yeah, the animation numbers I already talked to the devs about because that's the most important thing on that screen.
Yeah.
So hopefully...
Chris is going to go back to 2K tomorrow, ask a lot of the questions that we didn't have the answers for today. And he's going to make videos, so you definitely want to tune into Chris's channel. I'm sure most of the people in here do already, but he's going to have a lot more videos coming. But yeah, next week.
I'll do that. I'm going to look up the animation glitch because they're telling me to just like YouTube it to see what it is.
Yeah, no, I remember.
So you know what it is.
Yeah, I do. But there's a couple that they've referenced, so I was trying to figure out exactly which one they were talking about. That was the one I thought they were talking about.
And then show someone getting their ankles broken. Yeah, I only have one clip so far of ankles broken, but I didn't have ankle breaker, and it was when I had Takeover.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I might have ankle breaker, and I might be able to snap some
ankles.
But yeah. And my league they're asking for. We're not there on my league.
No, we showed a lot of my league, but somebody's asking about sign and trade in my league. We can ask you about that tomorrow.
Sign and trade in my league. And also there was there was a G League question in my league that they were asking about too.
You can ask, you'll probably see Eric tomorrow as well.
And they're asking about brick wall. I didn't have brick wall, so I'm not sure. I didn't see anybody get knocked down though in China, but I don't think any of the Chinese players had brick wall yet. So
she's so
she's on that stream.
And athletic and jumpy. Hey,
can you download the Prelude at midnight? Of course, right? On the 31st, right?
Come here.
Is when you can download it, the Prelude?
The 31st.
And it's at midnight?
Yeah.
Can you cheese with like New Zealand or Australia?
The Prelude,
can you get it early in Australia?
I forget how that... So one of them, whether it's Launch or Prelude, I forget which one. One of them you get a little head start with New Zealand.
So you can cheese.
So
one of them you can cheese. It might be the Prelude where you can cheese.
New Zealand cheese.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the Prelude. Maybe it's the game.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what. You can vouch for this. Like the Prelude's going to take a significant portion of the time between Prelude and Launch. It's not like last year. Last year people were done with it like that night. I mean, I'm not saying it's definitely.
Yeah. Like, well, there's going to be people that are. There's going to be people that are going to grind, and they're going to.
It's gonna keep you entertained if you don't play every single.
Are there do-rags? Do they have do-rags in the game?
I actually don't know.
Do they have do-rags?
Yeah, we should. I know you got videos to make. I got a pack for my flight tomorrow.
So we did. This stream was like a little over an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, you know, like I said, please follow at least because I'll always have more guests. Chris is going to join me, whether digitally or whatever, every once in a while. There'll be other people that you guys are familiar with that will join broadcasts in the coming days and weeks. So lots more to come. And thank you guys again for hosting, subscribing, following. I'm always giving away stuff with subscribers. It's soon it'll be more than pink diamonds. It might be pairs of shoes. It might be games. It might be everything. So thank you for subscribing and participating.
You got to get your notifications because earlier you had a subscriber train.
Maybe it broke it.
No, you had a subscriber train, and you needed to celebrate that train because like those people are, they're hooking it up.
Yeah.
So you got to celebrate that, man.
Cobra, we got to fix this.
You got to get somebody. He needs a manual.
I need a manual.
He needs a manual on how to have those notifications.
I need a Twitch manual for sure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I'll be off broadcasting for over a week. I'm traveling through next Saturday. So
they want to know about the hoodies, man. Can they get hoodies?
Hoodie gang.
Can they get some hoodies on the park?
We'll see. I love me some hoodies. Thank you guys for tuning in. I won't be home again until next Saturday, so it'll probably be a broadcast, next weekend when I get back. There will be a lot to talk about when I return. Pretty excited. Oh, wait, hear about these Galaxy Opals?
Yeah, and you're talking about my team, right?
Galaxy Opals. Yeah, what are those? What are those? All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right, so we're signing out. It's been a good time.
They haven't even seen you on broadcast, by the way.
I know, that's because I had to read this. Because this is all the way over here, and my camera's like all the way over here.
Yeah. I got to get a better chat.
I know. You got to get like a